Cooks, spring is here, right? So we're leaving the February Cookbook Club Pick, 400 soups. We're going to be talking about this book and seeing if this is something that you should buy for your cookbook library. But spring is finally on the way. Yay, right? And it's time to pick our cookbook for March. Eric doesn't even know what it is yet.
French toast.
French toast?
800 ways to make it.
800 ways to make French toast. No, that isn't it, right? So we're going to pick our cookbook for March. It's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook Kitchen. So we are finally getting some warm weather. Finally. Muggy, but finally, right? I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for flowers. I'm ready for fruits and vegetables. I'm ready to be done with all this ice and cold and all that stuff,
got news
right?
for you. We had 3 days in the 70s and we're back into the 40s and 50s, baby.
Nice. 400 soups. This got us through February. We had some nice, tasty soups out of this book. I got a few things to say about it, but we did get really good results. So I picked 400 soups for our cookbook club for February. I wanted that because I needed something to warm me up, right? I was tired of the cold weather. I wanted to make some soup. I haven't really been a great soup maker, though I'm getting better, right? Much better than I used to be. So I chose this book and we had some really tasty soups out of this. The very first soup that we had was herb and vegetable chowder. And this soup was delicious. It reminded me of like a potato and leek soup. Those sometimes are pureed though, but I did have a problem where it just didn't have enough seasoning. So once I brought that seasoning level up, it was a delicious soup. We ate that a whole pot like
fast.
Boom, right? Yeah. So if you use recipes, you really have to, a lot of times, tailor it to your own taste. Some people like things more spicier, more richer, more a lot more flavor to it. And some people like it a little blander. So you have to make the recipe your own. This soup was really tasty. Then we moved on to a succotash soup, right? That was delicious. It had some beans in it, some bacon. It was fantastic. I ate the rest of it the next day twice for lunch and dinner, right? It was delicious. It was fantastic. I loved it. Yet again, more seasonings to bring it up to my specific taste. I think
you modified the beans to meet your needs.
Yeah, I modified the beans because I'm not into
lima beans.
Yeah, I'm not into lima beans. And then our third soup was French onion soup. I have my own recipe up on my website. This recipe was delicious. We caramelized those onions. They were fantastic. We put a little wine, a little brandy in there. Interesting. It brightened the soup up a little bit. I think with my own recipe, I'm going to add wine to it. Maybe half the amount that they added. And I'm probably going to add that to my recipe. It was very interesting. Cooking someone else's French onion soup. It was delicious.
But the sweetness didn't kick in until the next day in the refrigerator.
Yeah. After we took the leftovers and put it in the refrigerator, the next morning it really sweetened up. Yeah, it had a ton of onions. It stunk like onions in here for like 2 days.
It took a long time to cook it all down.
Yeah. It takes a long time, but it was well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion of this book is a buy. There's a lot of soups in here. You just have to remember that you got to make these soups your own. You got to bring your own flavoring, your own seasoning. I noticed there's not a lot of garlic in there. I just really wanted to pop these soups more than they were. I did that. They turned out delicious. So this is a great place to start. I'm really happy to have this book in the Amy Learns to Cookbook Library. So, what are we bringing on for March? So I kind of wanted to move back to baking this month. I wanted to do that before it really starts heating up. And there was someone who I really want to dive into her body of work. And I figured March would be the best time to do that. So did I want to go back and really challenge myself Julia Child style?
Oh, heck no. Who has time for
I need something to challenge myself. I need to bring that challenge back in. And so the best place to go is the one and only Dory Greenspan. We are going to be cooking out of Baking with Dory for March. Yay! So if you're not familiar with Dory Greenspan, she is the most adorable you have ever seen. She is amazing. She was a good friend with Julia Child. And one of Julia's last TV endeavors was a show called Baking with Julia. And on that show, it was primarily about her guest chefs. So she would have guest chefs on, they would cook the recipes and have a great time. And Dory worked with her and ended up doing the companion book to that show called Baking with Julia. So this is Baking with Julia, and this is written by Dory. It's the companion to her PBS series, Baking with Julia. She is the one that wrote the book that was the companion for that show. Dory is a food writer. She wrote for Bon Appetit. She wrote for the New York Times, probably still does, a lot of different publications. She's amazing. I believe she started her career in something totally different, and she ended up basically being a food writer. She has written some amazing books, one of which is Dory's Cookies, which I do also want to dive into. And one of the things you'll notice is look at the cover of that book. Doesn't that look amazing? That is the cover of the book. And I know we're going to have to make that cover recipe because it looks amazing. Baking with Dory, sweet, salty, and simple. I have maybe 4 or 5 of her books, Around the French Table. Her main baking book, some reviewers out there have said it's one of the best baking books of all time. So we are in very good hands with Dory Greenspan this month. Breakfast, cakes, cookies, 2 perfect little pastries, pies, tarts, cobblers, and crisps, salty side up, and basics. Must have. This is where all her pie crusts and stuff are. The pictures aren't here amazing. I listened to an interview that she did, and she wrote the recipes, but she admitted she had someone taking the pictures, because the pictures are amazing. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Chocolate babka. We have, this looked really good to me. Lemon meringue layered cake. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Some of these some things I'm not going to be able to eat because they have chocolate in them. Some things I might have to modify with almond milk, which I don't know how much that'll change the flavor, but that's just what I have to do. This is one of her famous recipes out of here, World Peace Cookies. She originally got the recipe from a French pastry chef, and she modified it and added all kinds of stuff, including hot peppers. Yeah, I was really interested back here in the pie and tart area. Picnic pie, blueberry cherry pie, blueberry tart. Amazing. We're going to bake. We're going to bake, we're going to bake, we're going to bake. And I'm looking forward to it. So the Cookbook Club pick for March is Baking with Dory by Dory Greenspan. Yay! Right, I'm looking forward to this. Join me. Hit the subscribe button below and join me on this journey through this cookbook this month and every month, right? We are learning to cook one recipe at a time. Stay tuned. We're going to tackle Baking with Dory.